I did not want to make this video today. This wasn't on my agenda or on my schedule or anything even kind of remotely circulating around my head on video topics or anything along those lines. I wanted to do a fun video today about some Halloween campaign ideas, which I guess now will have to be postponed till next week. I mean, I've got a whole brick of miniatures for the new Dragon Heist that Miniature Market sent me that I wanted to do a big unboxing for. But no, I'm making this video today because some recent events have happened and some things have been brought to the light that involve not just me personally, but also my company, Tabletop Icons LLC, aka Save or Dice. And because of that, I have to make this video today to simply explain to people what has happened and kind of what all this big drama, a fun drama video. God, I have to talk about drama on the channel because I have to talk about it. I didn't even make this video last night when all this stuff was coming up. I knew I had to get up and sleep on it because this is such a sensitive topic that it's one of those things where it's like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. No matter how I talk about this, somebody's not going to be happy. So people are going to be upset. And before I even really dig into this, this is about Roll20. This video is about Roll20 and Nolan T. Jones and my personal dealings with him when talking about working with Roll20 with my company. So that's what this video is about. I'm not trying to drag this on or anything. But before I really get into this video, I want to just say, I just want to say a disclaimer over to I want to say an apology over to Wizards of the Coast and Paizo and other RPG companies that are working with Roll20. It is not my intention to make this video to put you guys in a tough spot. Specifically you, Wizards of the Coast, because I know that you guys have had some recent dealings in this realm, not on your D&D side, on your Magic the Gathering side, and I'm not trying to put you guys in a tough spot. I buried this video. This happened over a year ago, and I buried it. And I buried it because, and I should apologize to my audience here. I buried this because I didn't care. I have thick skin. And in addition to that, I was up and coming in this industry. I still am up and coming in this industry. And I didn't want to face reprisals. I didn't want to talk about some company or some individual that other people have built relationships with. I will tell you this. Having been in this industry for a little while now, I'm understanding a lot of things. And if you are interested in getting in this industry, or you're trying to write or publish or be a game designer or be a Twitch streamer or be a YouTube content creator, the best piece of advice I can have for you is that you need to understand that this industry is so tiny. I mean tiny. This industry is tiny. Everyone knows everyone. And because of that, a drama video calling someone out for something pretty terrible that they did, it doesn't behoove you all the time. I've worked with a lot of different companies now, but I've worked with maybe 4 or 5 individuals that it's like, won't do business with them again. They're not a good individual. And I certainly would count Nolan T. Jones of Roll20 amongst that group. I want to be clear here, because I don't want to put myself in a position to have litigation drawn against me or whatever, litigation filed against me, filed against me. I want to be very clear here. I want to make very clear to my audience what is fact and what is opinion. Some of this will be opinion and some of this will be fact. Libel is a serious thing. Libel is, in essence, character assassination in some form of printed media. YouTube videos would actually fall under that category and not fall under slander because it is a fixed media. This video will be up for a long time. It is terrifying to put yourself in a position where somebody might be able to sue you for libel. So I want you guys to understand, if anything about this video, I want you to understand that I recognize that there is a risk of having litigation filed against me if what I was saying was false. That is the key here. It is not libel or character assassination if what you are saying, if what you are presenting is simply the truth. If I made something up about this situation, that could be libel and I could get into some serious financial issues. If what I am saying is true, and it is, then I can confidently make this video without fear of litigation. Back in late 2016, early 2017, I was a still up and coming, very, very, very small channel. And I had taken on a subcontractor job with Roll20. I'm not going to go into the details of that. Bottom line is they paid me to do some things for them. Great, cool, easy. There's nothing special there. But because of that, I had been given access to Nolan and to the Roll20 team. I had ways I could communicate with them. I'll just leave it at that. Obviously, I was working for them, with them, whatever. And so, hey, cool. I had an easier way to get in touch with them. And as we kind of moved forward in the year, I started to put together Saber Dice. Saber Dice, for those of you guys who don't know, is a D&D live stream with myself and with other YouTubers and content creators. The original season was myself with Taking 20, was David Friant of Nerdarchy, was Jim Davis and Jonathan Pruitt of WebDM, and of course Andrew Armstrong with Dawn Forged Cast. That was the cast. And the idea was, hey, we've got all these really great YouTubers that have these big built-in audiences, and live plays don't get a lot of views. But if we brought everybody together, maybe we could do something kind of fun and cool. Kind of think of it like the Avengers assembling. Everybody has their own individual brands. Let's if we're going to do live play, instead of doing your live play and your live play and your live play, let's just pull everybody together and have a big, cool, fun, collaborative game. I'm betting we could probably get a few companies to work with us, and that would pay everybody for their time and make it understandable. So you're donating all your time, but you're financially being rewarded a little bit for it. You're putting on a really cool show. The audience would like, the brands are getting in front of audiences. It's just a perfect win across the board. It was a really interesting, fun business model, in my opinion. Because leading up to this point, I had been a huge brand advocate for Roll20. I put Roll20 tutorial series on my channel. I had driven down to Austin to do a collaboration video with WebDM. The video up on their channel is me, basically the first few minutes of it is me talking about Roll20. I was a brand advocate for Roll20. I was team Roll20. And I really, I loved working with them as a subcontractor, and great. It was fun. It was super great. And we thought, okay, well, listen, we're going to be playing online. Let's look at a virtual tabletop. That makes a lot of sense. Why not reach out to Roll20? So we reached out to Roll20. And according to my notes, the meeting may have been moved, but according to my notes here in my messages with Jim Davis and I scheduled a meeting on May 22nd of 2017 with Nolan T. Jones of Roll20 to discuss Saber Dice, because I had access to him. When I reached out to Nolan, we sat in our meeting, and we had a Zoom conference call, maybe Skype, whatever. That's not important. And we talked. We gave him the pitch. Hey, man, look, here's what we want to do. I'm a big brand advocate for you guys. We have Dawn Forged and WebDM and Nerdarchy and Taking 20 and all of these really big content creators who already have built-in audiences. Let us, we want a virtual tabletop to sponsor the show. And I'm a big brand advocate for you guys. Do you want to be a part of it? And we gave him the pitch. And then I want to be very factual here. This is not an opinion. This is fact. I do not have a recording of this. I do, however, have a witness to this in Jim Davis of WebDM, because he was in this meeting. And so both he and I listened to Nolan T. Jones look at us on camera, face to face, and he said he did not want to do business with us because we were 5 white men. That is simply a statement of fact and cannot be construed as libel. After which, Nolan proceeded to go on in this meeting, and he also told us, this is factual, that Roll20 was big enough and he didn't need us, and that Roll20 was the number one virtual tabletop in the market, and they were going to make lots of money without us. Then he proceeded to follow that up with, and this, I want to be very clear here that this is me paraphrasing. I'm going to be very clear. I'm not saying that he said this word for word, but it is very close to what I'm relaying to you here. He went on to brag about how a young, I believe he said black woman. I have never actually pulled up who he worked with, but he went on to brag about how he believes either a young woman or possibly a young black woman. I'm not saying which he said factually. My interpretation is that he said young black woman. That she came up to him at a convention and was like, hey, I'm starting a Twitch channel. I want to be involved with you. You know, I'm a young woman in this industry and it'll be great and we'll be plenty diverse and it'll be awesome. And then he proceeded to brag to me about how they went in to work with her and now she's a Twitch partner and doesn't he look smart for doing so? These are the facts of the conversation that we had. The rest of this, I'm going to talk about opinion-based. You know, it was so stunning to Jim and I to just hear that. I mean, it was stunning. It was stunning. We were we had some of the biggest names on the YouTube. We had 200,000+ subscribers at that time already. And let me tell you something, guys. I want to be very clear here. The little pittance that we were asking for to sponsor a season for a brand, it's nothing. We're talking about getting Jim Davis of WebDM, Jonathan Pruitt of WebDM, Cody of Taking 20, David Fryan of Nerdarchy, and Andrew Armstrong of Don Forgecast for roughly, for each of our sponsors in the first season, roughly about, $10 to $12 an hour for each of those guys. I mean, we're talking about, it's not about the money. It's not about the fact that he said no. It was the fact that the reason he gave us a no was specifically because we were 5 white men. Those are his words. Those are not our words. We didn't bring that up. We didn't care to bring that up. We wanted to be brand advocates and work something out with him. We were excited to go into a meeting with him. It was stunning. It was very stunning. So now I have to make this video explaining what happened in this meeting. And I feared reprisal. I didn't make this video before. I buried it because I got thick skin and I didn't want to stir the hornet's nest. Why stir the hornet's nest? But now that all of this stuff is kind of coming out, it's weird. I shouldn't be afraid of reprisal from Wizards of the Coast or Roll20 or whatever. Because I didn't say these things. As Andrew put it in his video, simply put, telling somebody that I don't want to do business with you because of your skin color is racist. Telling somebody that I don't want to do business with you because of your sexual plumbing, if you will, is sexist. I did not make racist, sexist comments. So it's weird to me that I should have feared reprisal over simply telling the truth. But also, there is the fact of what does it gain me? After this meeting with Nolan, we were all kind of stunned. And I'm not going to share all of the Facebook messages that we have within our group because we didn't go back and specifically say this is exactly word for word what Nolan said. But we did make a lot of jokes about it at that point. And so this would be one hell of an elaborate lie or trick or whatever to do a year later after Jim Davis is no longer a part of Saber Dice and Andrew Armstrong is no longer an active member or part of Saber Dice. This would be, it's really weird timing that all this stuff would come out if this was just some elaborate prank, as we're not gaming together every week like we used to. And so, if anything comes from this video, I want you guys to know that, look, this is simply the truth. This happened. I am not telling you what opinion to form of it. I will tell you that we reached out to Fantasy Grounds, and Doug Davison with Fantasy Grounds is fantastic. That is a good dude. He is a good human being. And if for some reason you're looking to jump ship from Roll20 over to Fantasy Grounds, go for it. I definitely have never looked back from Roll20 after I started using Fantasy Grounds, and they have subscriptions. I mean, this isn't a plug for them, but I know what's going to happen next. A lot of people are going to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do with my subscription. What is Fantasy Grounds? You can sub over there. If you want one GM to get the $9.99 a month, and boom, everybody else can play for free and you're done. It's just like Roll20. And you know, that's what this video is about. That's what this video is about. Let me switch gears here because I know what's going to happen. And this is why I wanted to apologize to Wizards of the Coast, because I'm going to bring up a guy that I think is kind of a jerk. I think he's a total dick. He's just as much of a douche as Nolan is. And forgive me for the language, but at this point, it's like, how professional do I want this to be versus I just need to talk to my audience. This is my audience. This is my platform. Wizards of the Coast has banned Jeremy Hambley, and I haven't looked into the details, for comments, terrible things that he's said and done. And I'm not saying that he's not deserving of it. And Jeremy, by the way, I guess I should talk to Jeremy because I know what's going to happen. Jeremy's going to hear Jeremy's going to hear about this drama, and he's going to go nuts with it because he's all about anti-social justice warrior or whatever. And let me just talk to Jeremy for a second. Jeremy, I don't know you. I actually tried to reach out to you very briefly when you put up your Anita Sarkeesian / Nolan T. Jones video, because I was going to tell you about this incident. And David Frient with Nerdarchy talked me out of it. Because he didn't think it was worth it to bring it to the light, and ultimately I agreed with my partner. So I don't know you, man. My problem with you, Jeremy, is that you're actually right some of the times, but you're such a jerk about it, and that you only ever see things from one point of view all the time, always. To me, you're basically Alex Jones without the alien conspiracy. So there's my 2 cents, Jeremy. Go through my catalog, make videos making fun of me, whatever. I don't care, man. Go for it. If you want people to take you seriously, then be a little bit more objective in your approach. That's my opinion of what you want to do. But of course, you got bills to pay, and so drama gets views and clicks and money, so you do you. But the reason I wanted to apologize to Wizards of the Coast and talk about Jeremy is because it's relevant. Wizards, I'm so sorry. I want to do more business with you, not less. I don't want to put you in a tough position with your distributor here. I know that your Magic the Gathering team has banned Jeremy Hambley from competing in any Magic the Gathering events off of racist, sexist things that he has said. And now I am making a video about one of your largest distributors saying racist, sexist things. And I'm backing it up with a witness. And if you want the few Facebook messages between our Saver Dice group where we were kind of joking about it, I'm sure I can hunt a few of those things down. I'll get you guys the transcript. There's nothing terribly specific in it. And no, I did not record my meeting with Nolan T. Jones. Why would I? But I do have a witness, Jim Davis, and I assure you I have no gain out of all of this. I would probably get more views on a regular video than I am going to on this thing. So this isn't doing me any favors. But I want to apologize because I know that you guys are in a tough position with a distributor, a business partner, somebody you guys do a lot of business with, and suddenly they're having accusations against them of racist, sexist things, and you guys have already established precedent for banishing people for racist, sexist things permanently from working with you or even playing your game in a public setting. And I know that this puts you in a tough spot. I buried this, Wizards of the Coast. I did not mean for this ever to come out. I got thick skin. So I will tell you what I would like to see happen. Because these comments were directed at me. And I think that we live in a society right now that is all about pitchforks and throwing people under the bus. And, oh, get them. Go that person over there. Go get them. And that's not what I want to do here. I think that if Wizards of the Coast felt like their hands were tied and pulled products from Roll20, that would be a terrible thing for the community. I do not want to see that happen. As the victim, the target of these racist, sexist comments, I am not advocating for that. We also live in a society where when somebody makes an apology, all that is that becomes an admission of guilt, and that doesn't change the public persona of them. That doesn't undo any damage, and oftentimes apologizing can do more damage. So I tell you what, if Nolan T. Jones issues a simple statement of apology on behalf of Roll20, and Roll20 gives something, I don't care, give me something in the statement to show me that when future people are approaching you, that young white men, young black women, young Asian transgenders, whatever. I don't care. I don't care what your skin color is, what your sexual orientation is, or whatever plumbing you got going on downstairs. I don't care. If Roll20 can issue some statement saying that they will stop this practice of, does this meet all of our criteria, or is this the message we want to send first based off of skin color and sex of the individuals that we want to work with, I will accept their apology in full. I will accept their apology in full, and this will be water under the bridge, and I will continue to make fun, positive videos that people are excited to hopefully help people be more dungeon masters and game masters and play more games and have a good time and hang out with friends that they haven't seen since high school because they can game online now, and all of those things. I will 100% accept an apology in full, no conditions. Well, I guess that's not true. Make the condition that they will stop these practices, and that's it. No further reprisal is needed on my behalf. I would be more than happy to accept that. And I hope that will alleviate any pressures or social pressures or Twitter things or whatever crap you guys are going to go through with this PR mess by being dragged into this with one of your biggest distributors. And I'm so sorry for that. I tweeted out Mike Merle's last week or whatever. It was like, hey man, when are we playing some Kill Team? We're going to do it. And he was like, yeah, let's do it at Origins. Like, I want to be more involved with you guys, not less involved. And I don't want to put you guys in a position where you've got to make a decision that will affect you financially. It would be unfair for you guys to make less money because of all this, and suddenly, people lose jobs for Roll20. I don't want any of that. What happened with Nolan T. Jones was stupid. Nolan, my opinion, is an idiot. He's an arrogant prick, and you know what? He just isn't very good at business. He certainly, if he was had any type of experience in the business world, he would never, ever have said something like that. I don't think that it should bury him for forever off of this one statement. I do think that more and more and more of his actions are probably not going to be great for his company. This is the third or fourth time that he's had drama around himself. But you know what? I don't care. I don't do business with Roll20. If Roll20 wants to pull my lifetime subscription to them because of this video, okay, they can do that. If they want to take my product that I have for sale off of their website, okay, they can do that. All I ever wanted to do was work with a company that I really liked. And the ironic part is, I got that chance. The only difference is, it wasn't Roll20, it was Fantasy Grounds. Oh my gosh, I am so done. I'm so done with this crap. This is such a crap video that I didn't even want to make. I'm done with that. Moving on. No, we're back. We're back with fun content. We're back with fun content coming up. Kill Your Party with Drow. We've got How to Play Cleric. We're going to unbox some minis. I've got some fun Halloween campaign ideas. I just got my Proxxon hot wire cutter in so I can take on the Crafters Guild with Jeremy, Scotty, Gareth, and Bill. We've got some fun stuff coming up that is fun, and enough with this crap that doesn't even need, just crap. It's just crap. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cody, and may your games be filled with awesome memories and even better friends. I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.